If you have the chance, will you help save the life of one of our nation's veterans? Someone you know? I'm Deborah Norville. If you're the mother, sister, spouse, or friend of a veteran who seems angry, sad, or isolated, you may be seeing warning signs of depression or suicide. Some of these warning signs can be that the veteran seems disconnected from family or friends, starts to give away prized possessions, displays anger or rage, or overreacts to problems. The VA is reaching out to help, so please reach back. If your loved one is a veteran, and if you even think you see these warning signs, call 1-800-273-TALK and press 1. That's 1-800-273-TALK and press 1. Don't second guess yourself. Reach out for help.
We told you the Army reported that suicides among soldiers doubled in October, and for the year, the rate has gone up 16% compared with the same time last year. Here in Southern Nevada, a suicide prevention campaign aims to help our active military and veterans. News 3's Maria Silva has been talking with one vet who says it saved his life.
I started wandering the streets of Las Vegas.
David Cosby arrived in Las Vegas in early October, not to start a new life in our city, but instead...
I came to Las Vegas with the intention of committing suicide.
After a failed attempt, he says he was ready to try again. That's when he says fate intervened and something caught his eye.
Actually, when it's all bus stop in the shade, I'd go take a rest. I've been walking for miles and miles. I sat down at the bus stop to take a rest and glanced over and there was a sign.
The sign reads,
"It takes the courage and strength of a warrior to ask for help."
Cosby immediately made that call for help.
You have reached the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline.
A call that not only saved his life, but helped him realize he needed medical attention.
You know, I'd been suffering from depression, I came to find out. Got me admitted to the hospital out in Nellis Air Force Base. Got me some professional help. I got medication, talked to some psychiatrists and other doctors.
Now living at U.S. Vets, which houses our homeless veterans, he's getting all the help he needs to get back on his feet.
And they've clothed me, fed me, given me counseling, job training.
There are about 90 of these bus stop shelter ads throughout Southern Nevada. We're told they're being placed in areas where veterans will see them, near VA clinics, and just a few blocks from U.S. Vets. And within a half-a-mile radius, we counted at least 8.
The ads, a joint effort between the Department of Veterans Affairs and the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. The same message is also posted throughout U.S. Vets. Program manager Larry Williams says they're currently helping about 240 veterans. Suicide prevention, one of the many issues they pay close attention to. The staff there is constantly going through training.
It's a lot to deal with. We're seeing it now where the veterans are, a lot of the OEF veterans are coming back and they have PTSD, hard for them to sleep, hard for them to be in a room with other vets, hard for them to open up.
As for Cosby, he's glad he made that stop at that bus stop that fateful day.
I think his name was Jerry.
He'll forever be grateful to the person on the other end of the line who simply listened and helped save his life.
Very, very nice, very understanding, very compassionate, you know, which was the main thing, because at that time I felt like I had no one in the world pretty much but me. But that's all it took, was just someone to show they cared a little bit.
Maria Silva, News 3.
Glad he's still with us. We owe it to all those men and women for what they have given to us. The number for that suicide prevention line is 1-800-273-TALK. That's 800-273-8255. It's a 24-hour hotline, and it's also for military families as well as anyone who needs help. And if you can't write it down right now, you'll find that information at KVBC.com.
A recent study says roughly 25% of soldiers coming home from Iraq and Afghanistan are showing signs of post-traumatic stress disorder. The VA estimates that 6,500 veterans commit suicide every year. In fact, Joseph Dwyer, the former Army medic shown rushing an Iraqi child through a combat zone, recently died of an accidental overdose after losing his struggle with PTSD. Antoinette Zeiss, a mental health professional with the VA, hopes a new campaign in D.C. metro stations, on buses and trains, advertising the department's suicide prevention hotline, will help those in need.
We are doing everything we possibly can, and we want to prevent any tragedy that we possibly can prevent.
Michael O'Hanlon with the Brookings Institute says while he applauds this recent push by the VA, these efforts are long overdue.
In fact, one four-star general once said to me, a very nice line, he said, "Never have we asked so few to do so much for so long."
The VA says calls to the suicide prevention hotline have doubled since its inception last summer, and the agency stresses it's investing more time and resources to aiding those who are having a hard time leaving behind the horrors of war. But one former serviceman believes not enough is being done, so he posted this on YouTube.
I respected the armed forces and our elected representatives. We took care of them. We took care of you, and I always thought you would take care of us. And I was wrong.
The VA is also handing out these wallet-sized pamphlets to returning veterans to encourage them to call the suicide prevention hotline if needed. And that agency is also considering expanding this advertising campaign to other parts of the country. In the newsroom, Jay Korf, ABC 7 News.
I started racing over 50 years ago, and I've learned a thing or two about driving. The most important lesson is knowing the difference between driving on the track and driving on the road. That's something you might want to keep in mind when you come back after serving in Iraq or Afghanistan. Driving here at home is a lot different than driving in a combat zone. It's a fact. More vets are killed in motor vehicle crashes than from any other reason in the first years after deployment. And mile for mile, you're 35 times more likely to die in a crash riding a motorcycle than if you're in a car. And that's a stone cold fact. Heck, you all did your duty, got home okay, and made us all real proud of how you served our country. So let's keep it that way. Next time you get behind the wheel, remember, you all got home safe, now drive safe and stay safe. If you want to know more, check out our website.